Okay,
Hello.
I can hear you and I can see you. Let's
Lexi.
play that
Hi,
video.
Lexi.
You know why we're going to play the video? Because I really like it.
Hey, Ashley.
Great to have you in.
If I can't teach you one way, I'll teach you another. But I'm going to get the job done.
I like the part where you shoot a gun. Are you ready?
like that
Are you getting
too.
ready? Are you getting ready?
Love it.
You better start packing a handgun.
PapaBearAlaska.
I love that intro.
Is that fun or
Hi,
what?
Jackie. Hi, Sabrina.
Is that a hoot? Guys, isn't that a great video? How many of you have seen that more than once? You should type in there how many times you've seen it. Yeah, you love it. Thank you. Thank you. Sabrina is in the house. And I haven't seen Keith yet. Keith, if you've come in, I may not recognize it's a new platform, so you have to create like a profile. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to come in here. Thanks for coming back. Hey, I've got some gifts that are coming out for those of you that have won in the last show. And some of you that won stuff that was online, you should have already got your download in your book. Let me know. Dr. Keith is in the house. Excellent.
Hi, Dr. Keith.
Excellent. We're going to have a great show. So get a feel for it. My guests, I got two guests that are here right now that are waiting and standing by. And before we jump in and bring a guest in, let's do our first poll because I want to see kind of what you guys are feeling. But while we're getting a poll up and getting that ready, do me a favor and look over on the far left. It says share show. So down on the bottom left of the screen there, it says share show. Click on there on the left. And at least it's on my left. I think it's on your left as well. And then go ahead and share it out. Share it out to Twitter or Facebook or wherever it is you like to share things. And see if you can invite some people in to Gravy.Live to the PapaBearAlaska show, because that's kind of what this is right here, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yes,
all right.
it is.
And so why don't you greet everybody and say hello to them?
Hello, everybody. Greetings. It's Mama Bear Alaska. It's good to be here
Hello, Mike.
today with my husband, Papa Bear.
Can't see it.
Happy Thursday.
You can't see it. Mike said you can't see it. You can't see anything right now, Mike. Mike, can you hear me? All right, we're going to do a quick poll. Let's go ahead and start this. We're curious. Did you make a New Year resolution? Go ahead and stick your face right in here. Come on over here.
Oh.
There. Did you make? We'll just get up close. No, snugly like. Did I can't do this with other guests, so this is great having you. Okay. Imagine me and Clarence like getting all snuggly in the screen. All right, so we got mostly no, 87%. Did you make and maybe you made more than one, but did you make a New Year's resolution?
Hi, Debbie.
Yes, but I already broke it.
You broke it.
But no one's
You're
voted
not
on that.
allowed. Hi, Steve.
Nobody wants to admit that. I wonder if there's some of you that actually should be clicking the third option and you just didn't. Oh, yeah.
Sabrina says, I don't see you. You don't see
Sabrina,
us,
you can't see us. You probably, I don't know, do a refresh. No. If we can see us.
Oh, yes, you can. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you can. Okay.
Can you see?
Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy?
I see you.
Yeah. So this is going to be a fun subject, and you get to weigh in on this as well as Dr. Keith, Sabrina. It's going to be great. And now this is a quick question because I didn't get a chance to ask you earlier on Twitter or anything, but for Sabrina and for Dr. Keith, if either of you have a time crunch and you need to go first, please let me know, and I'll bring you on as the first guest rather than the latter. Okay. But we'll do that. Okay. So you're good. Excellent.
Good.
Thank you so much. You just came out of a meeting. And Dr. Keith, I might have you go first because you're on the East Coast. Is that right? Yeah, it may be past your bedtime. Then I'll bring you on first. It's probably a lot later where you're at. All right, let's go ahead and close that out. So 80% of you said no. And that's really interesting because I think there used to be this thing where everybody made New Year's resolutions. As a kid, I remember that.
I used to make them.
And it was, you could count on one hand how many you broke within the first week. And it was pretty crazy. So what we're going to do is go through the process right now and of bringing you on. So Dr. Keith, we're going to bring you on, and there's and if everything works right, like if the audio works and everything recognizes your computer, then we're going to be good to go. And hopefully we'll have no issues bringing you on. Oh, here we go. This is a guy who knows what he's doing.
Hi, Dr. Keith. Nice to have
Hi
you.
guys, how are you?
Good.
This is great having you. And I like your
Yes.
logo on your shirt. You came prepared. Dads for Life. Real
Love
quick, tell people about Dads for Life so I don't forget to have you promo that.
Well, thank you, Papa Bear and Mama Bear. And by the way, I've got to order some more of that stuff that I ordered from you before. It was awesome.
Oh, real good. Thank you.
That was amazing.
I appreciate it. We are Dads for Life. We're a nonprofit organization that is encouraging, enhancing, enriching the lives of dads. But our focus is really fatherhood, but our message is for the entire family, because I've been encouraging youth, Papa Bear, for decades as a full-time police officer. And so I just like to encourage, and whether it's mom, dad, children, grandpa, grandma, whatever, because there's a lot of grandparents raising kids today. We do that on a regular basis, and our message goes out all over the world, just like yours. And we're very excited and appreciate the opportunity you have with us tonight, or we have with you tonight. So.
And how's your radio show doing? You have a radio?
Actually, I've postponed that. I'm trying to get into podcasting now, so I'm doing a little bit more of that. That's what I've been asked to do a little bit more. And the radio show, we had some glitches that night, but we worked through a lot of that. But it was just time. I felt led just to kind of go into some other directions, and that's what we've been doing, and trying to focus on some new goals for this year.
Now, I didn't get a chance to ask you at all if you got a chance to look at my book that I sent you. I sent you a book called New Start.
I did.
So I'm looking through just the chapter, just the table of contents right now. And, some of the things that we talk in there is really about practical helps in chapter 4. So in practical help, some of the things that we find, I think you could probably add a lot to that, because really it talks about the priorities of planning, the priorities of goal setting, and the things that we have to get out of our life to get out of the way so that we can make way for a new year, if that makes sense. Do you want to add to that?
Yes, sir. And I think a lot of that has to do with our relationship above. I've been trying to focus on just seeing what I can do better for mankind, and working in ministry and trying to help others. And as I focus on that this year, sir, I literally just grown a lot. When you focus on other people, my friend Zig Ziglar, and I really was. I mean, it was awesome that
Wow.
I was able to meet him once, and then we got to working. I mean, went to his conferences, and then I was to security when he came to our local area. So I just, he always said, if you help enough people, get what they want, then you'll always have what you want. And then I coined a phrase many years ago that says, if you go through this life alone, if you go through life helping only yourself, you'll go through this life alone. Wow. And, when you're in ministry to help other people, you don't go through life alone, because there's always somebody to help, right? So, and then my wife and I work in a food pantry daily. And so we're always trying to give out. And I think the more you give out, sir, I think the better your success is going to personally be, because you're healthy on the inside.
That's good. It's a good word.
That's really good. And really the foundational theme that I get out of that is, it really doesn't matter our economics. It doesn't matter the political scheme of things. It doesn't even matter what's going on really worldwide. It matters what we're doing with the time that we have. And so reaching out to other people is this given. The Bible, we have a thing we learned as a kid called the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. But that works as adults. It's not a kid thing.
Yes,
and so as we take the time to go out and help another person and really set goals for that, you're going to find your goal setting in life goes a lot easier. What has been your experience in goal setting? Because you can't start a nonprofit. You can't start all these different groups of people and help people without being a planner. So what are some of your tricks of the trade?
Well, one of the things I used to practice even more so is, and then I got older, I got away from it, but now I'm back, is one thing is just writing things down on a planner or whatever, and making sure that you're working towards your goals. Now, I'm not always great with that. Okay. It's just, to be honest with you, I'm always having to focus on, because I look at a whole thing. You heard the old saying that, how to eat an elephant, right? One bite at a time. Well, I look at just trying to get the whole elephant in my mouth at one time, right? Because you can't do that. You've got to break things down. Well, we started small. I was a divorced dad, against my will, did not want a divorce. got hit by it at dinner time one night in the early 80s. But I decided when I walked out of that courthouse, I would never divorce my child, ever, ever. I would be in her life no matter what until they said, you're here too much. Well, that's okay. Well, my dad died when I was a kid. I was 11 years old, and I woke up, my father passed away right behind me. So, growing up without a dad, being a young divorced dad against my will, I knew that I wasn't ever going to be without being in my daughter's life. And God blessed that. And I didn't realize, Papa Bear and Mama Bear, that one day it's going to happen. God's going to take this little idea when I was sitting around with my computer with my wife, and I said, I just want to help a dad for life. And that's how we began.
That's
2004.
Awesome.
Isn't that
That's
awesome? That's
awesome.
awesome.
And now we have like 25,000 followers across the world. So I don't know what I'm doing yet.
Yeah. That is amazing.
Difference. You're making a big impact in lives, in dads.
Well, thank you.
Wow.
We've been evolving. It's an involvement. You try to put one step back. Sometimes you go two steps backwards, right? Or one step forward, two steps back type thing. Mm-hmm. And then, we've been evolving and building and building. We got a brand new website. We got a brand new store on our website now, but in our brand new website, our interactive website begins February 1st. We are so excited about that.
That is awesome.
Done.
Do you want to go ahead and plug your website? Tell people how to get there.
Yes, sir. It's just dads for life. That's the number 4.org, but it's also my name.com. So it's just keithjowers.com, but that'll be open up live February 1st. We have a dad store now that's on our current website at dadsforlife.org. Awesome. And we're just excited about just helping a family, just helping a dad be encouraged. Because the more you encourage people, the more inside you're going to be encouraged to keep encouraging, right?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes. I've noticed that when, like if I'm down or having a bad day and I go out and encourage somebody, it just like you were saying, it changes me, and it really brings healing in our hearts when we go out and do good to others.
Isn't that awesome?
Help others.
It does. And I'm a life learner. I mean, I've been learning since my dad died. Every day I try to learn something new. I learned something about Gravy.Live from you, sir, today. I mean, I studied about that.
This is a fun platform. Yeah.
I know that when you're doing good, sometimes you're going to hit those bumps. You're going to hit those speed bumps, right? That's why you slow down. So you go over them easily and then get back on your feet and keep going again. So
that is awesome. Yeah. A lot of times it's us older people that are more concerned about, well, I better get my act together as far as planning, setting goals, setting objectives, as I talk about in the book, to reach our end goals. But young people, they're the ones that need it probably even more, because you as a police officer, you worked with a lot of, we call them high risk youth, problem youth. You worked with kids that are getting in trouble, I would imagine, and all of them just needed direction. And there's a Bible for those of you that are Bible thumpers out there.
Yes.
That it says that a people without vision perish, and that really means that, like, if we don't have a goal and purpose in life to get up, we're going to get ourselves into some trouble. Mm-hmm. And it says ultimately we're going to perish. But we notice it more at the later time of our years. But as a young person, I'm telling 14-year-olds, get a plan together. What is it you're made for? What is it you need to do?
Your purpose.
And chase after. So we want to connect young people with their purpose so they don't go through the wasted decades.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So what has been your experience in that? Like if you could tell all these young people and old people, like, hey, here's some steps you can take to make 2018 your year.
Well, it's very important, first of all, that a parent has positive influence in their life. Now, it doesn't mean if your mom and dad's not together and you don't see them all the time and they're fighting all the time, or maybe your grandparents are bringing you up, look for the positive in each day. It could be from school. It can be from your teachers. And I know a lot of teachers that encourage kids. Okay. Mm-hmm. So it can be, but if you can't find encouragement anywhere, know that God is an encourager. Okay.
That's right.
And I'm not talking about, the religion. I'm talking about really a relationship, to know that, he wants us to be successful in something that's going to help his kingdom grow. Right. So, I encourage kids. And I had it today at our food. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I had it today at our food pantry. We have a young girl who'd gotten in some trouble. We gave her some community hours that she needed, right? But all along, she wants to come back now on her own, even though her hours are completed, because she gets encouraged there.
Yeah.
She hears vision there. She sees people worse off than she is. Okay, there are people that are going hungry, and we are there feeding them every day, right? So we know that whatever we're going through, life is not a failure of an event. I mean, a lifetime event. It's an event that you can get over, right?
Right.
But there's a lot of the kids today, they just go with the flow, whatever the flow is. And they think, the phone is just their world.
Yeah.
But yes, technology's good. I wouldn't be here with you if it wasn't for good technology, right? But I'm talking about truly getting into working with people that care. There's a lot of people that care, and they just have to be encouraged and know that there's a future. There's a future out there.
Right. That's good.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm going to, in chapter 4 of this book, because I'm going to give this book away to everybody that's here today, that's watching this show, even if you watch it later on as a previous episode, if you actually go in this month and put in your email in my mailing list, which you can get on my website, PapaBearAlaska.com. But just join the mailing list. I don't send a bunch of stuff. In fact, I haven't sent a mailing list in probably over a month, but I'm going to send one out after this show. We're going to send it out for this month and give everybody a download, the free book of New Start, because I believe it's really going to encourage you. And there's some parts in there. I don't know if you got a chance to glance through it, Dr. Keith, but I'm given like what the meaning of the number 8 and the meaning of number 18 and from a biblical perspective, but there's practical helps. And in chapter 14, I want to just hit 8 points, and then I want you to respond to any one of these 8 points that you can run with. Okay. So I put 8 practical steps to success in 2018. Number 1 is post your goals. Number 2 is set objectives. I'm not going into details. I'm just going to read the headings. Number 3 is log daily. That's what you were just talking about, writing it down. Number 4 is measure progress. Number 5 is establish accountability. Number 6 is set deadlines. We're doing that right now with mixing a TV show. You got to set deadlines. And number 7 is take action. A lot of people come up with a plan, but they don't do it. And number 8, the last one is censor input. And I wrote the whole rest of the chapter. In fact, wrote the next chapter, chapter 5, all about that, about censoring the input and how important that is to censor who's in our life and who has impact on our life. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, number one, you talked about goals, and I want to be able to actually just talk to those who feel like there's no reason to set a goal. Okay, start with one thing. That was Apple's thing, right? Just one thing, the next big thing. And that one thing that you write down to get accomplished that day may lead into 2 or 3 or so forth. Now, another thing is, if you don't have to have a planner, a big planner like I have, let's see, I'm old school. I don't do everything electronically. I use the book, right? Yeah. But I started with 3x5 cards, and I found quotes in little magazines back in the 80s that I liked. So I would laminate those and I carry them around. I've got them right over here somewhere in my desk, which is kind of messy right now. But anyway, so you get things in front of you that are encouraging, right? And you set a vision, have a vision. Habakkuk 2:2 says, have a vision, write it down on a 3x5 card. Just put it right there on your computer, put it in your car. Yeah. Okay? Put it in front of your car and listen. Don't just listen to your favorite music venue all the time. Don't listen to that all the time. Put a CD or a USB drive in there and listen to Automobile University like my friend Zig Ziglar taught me. Listen to something. And if you listen to something positive every single day, go to YouTube. There's so much free stuff out there now that I had to pay for. I got cassette tapes over here, all right? That Zig was not cheap back in those days.
You're showing our age now. Come on.
Yeah, well, I still wish I had a rotary phone on the kitchen wall, okay? But the thing is that you can find free stuff. Put in motivational videos. There's actors out there, Will Smith and Jim Carrey. He wrote a check out to himself for $10 million in 1995 and put it in his wallet till it fell apart. And the day he promised his dad he would be an actor. And the week his father was passing away, he got $10 million for a movie, so he wrote his check to himself for $10 million before any of that happened. So all I'm saying is be encouraged, write your goals down, write your vision down, put it in front of you, turn off the radio and talk radio and listen to good training from people that have made success that already are in heaven, right? There's a lot of them, Jim Rohn and Norman Vincent Peale and Zig Ziglar and all of them. It's incredible material, Papa Bear.
That is so cool.
That's good.
That is so
Good
really, really
information.
cool. That is good.
Yeah,
Thank you.
because you have to have it in front of you. And when you were saying write those cards, Al, I put things on my bathroom mirror. I used to put things on my cabinet, on my bedroom wall, because you need that encouragement. And
Yeah.
I know positivity is the buzzword right now, but you do need something that's going to speak to you and speak that life and encourage you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that have gone before us that have learned
Yeah.
and through their learning, they want to encourage.
She's had so many encouraging notes taped to the mirror. Like I couldn't even do my makeup in the morning. There was
If I may give you just interject a quick example of that before your next guest comes on. When my daughter was 10 years old, I said, she was talking about this, do want to do this, want to do that, right? And I said, go in there and take a 3x5 card and write down the 5 biggest things. So she wrote down, and she handed me, she said, I'm done. I said, okay. So I look at that, right? And I said, skydiving? She said, yeah, I want to go skydiving. I said, not at 10 years old, you're not. But then I look at this parentheses with dad. I go, whoa. 11 years later, 21 years old, she calls me, says, Dad, I got us reservations. I said, to where? I didn't make no plans with you. She said, we're going skydiving today. I go, what? She made plans 11 years later because of something she wrote down on that card about skydiving.
That's awesome.
I was kind of hoping that maybe the spots were filled when I got there. But my first book was Part-Time Dad, Full-Time Heart, and I didn't have the last chapter written. And I've had that mind block, that author's block, right? And I jumped out of the plane, and when I looked down, I saw the sun setting. And when I jumped, I seen this big, big shadow of a parachute over my head. And I felt then that Lord, he gave me the last chapter, which the sky's the limit. But also he said, see, I got you every time, And the thing is that 11 years later, a 10-year-old child, she wrote a book at 10 years old that we just published at Christmas time, a children's book, and gave it to her for Christmas, and her two children. They loved it because we may do something now. I may have gone through a divorce in the early 80s. My dad might have died at 11, but I didn't realize I'd be reaching thousands of families today across the world. So God has a plan for all of us. Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and give you a hope for the future. Yeah. Doesn't always mean money, ladies and gentlemen. So now one of my goals is to come out there with you guys and hang out. Now I may have to bring
you got to.
Love to have
some
you.
good clothes.
This summer would be a good time.
Write it down on a card, okay? Put it on your wall.
And you talked about keeping it in front of you, but see, when I kept all your candy in front of me, that was a mistake, right? That was some awesome candy. Guys, you got to buy her candy whenever it's online again.
It should be illegal in most states. That's pretty dangerous.
Real quick, you said you wrote a book, Part-Time Dad, Full-Time Heart.
I did. That was my first book, but a few years ago, because I was in a school system for 18 years working as a police officer, and I helped parents connect with their children. So I wrote a book called Daily Connections, and it's just kind of a 30-day journal. But what I really like is because I was officer friendly, I wrote 2 children's officer-friendly books called Meet Officer Keith and Canine Friends is the second book.
Wow.
And I'll tell you what, Papa Bear, I don't know how you want to do it. I'm not getting involved, but you find me some winners for these books, and I'll mail them a copy of it, okay?
Oh, my goodness.
Let's do that.
Okay, well, let's do that right now. So let's do a drawing right now. We're going to spin the wheel, and we're probably going to say goodbye to you because it's going to go a little easier.
That's fine.
If we go to 2-screen instead of 3-screen. But I want to say thank you so much. But before we go to go ahead and get it. Yeah, you got it ready. We're going to spin the wheel. They get to jump in and see who wins this. And then we'll have them give their address to you on this program or an email or something. Okay. And we're doing 3-screen right now. It's working out pretty good.
So good having you, Dr. Keith. Such an inspiration.
Yeah. So while we're waiting,
thank you.
They have a minute and a half to respond here. We got 5 people who just entered. Guys, go ahead and enter. You get some of those books that he's talking about. That's so awesome that you were going to do that. I had no idea. Quickly tell them how they can order your books, how they can access what name to punch in. Are you on Kindle?
I'm on Amazon. I'm on Amazon. You can just type my name in there. But you can also go to our website, and there's a link directly there. And like I said, our new website begins February 1st. So we're excited about that. So
awesome. So if you're a grandparent or a mom or a dad, or let's get these books. These were made for kids. These ones you just showed us, right?
The first two are, I mean, these Officer Keith books, they're like for
Yeah.
3 to 10 years old. And then the Daily Connections is just for parents, especially divorced parents that they want to know how to connect with their kids. But then also there's a section in the back for just divorced parents. But then if you are a parent wanting just to connect with your kids in today's world, this is just an idea. It gives you ideas for your ideas to how to connect with your own children.
That is really
That's
amazing.
important.
That
Yes.
is so amazing.
We do
Isn't
need
that
help.
cool? That
We
is so
do need
cool.
help.
All right, are we ready to? We're almost ready.
Does everyone know how to enter?
There's 24 people watching right now. All you got to do is click on the enter on your left, and it's going to add you, and it's going to put your face in the spinning wheel. So let's get a couple more people in there. We have 8 right
These are
now.
Great gifts.
It's a lot of
Great
fun. Oh, these are
things
amazing
for your
gifts.
family.
Okay, I was going to give away some ebooks on this one, but I'll wait because I'd rather see you get these books out to them.
Yeah.
This is amazing. Someone
Look
gets
good.
a book from Dr. Keith.
Check it in.
Yeah, this is great. All right. So anybody else want to enter? This is great. And we really appreciate it. It's a fun platform. So isn't this cool looking? Watch this.
Wow, this is cool.
Aw.
And they've built this into the
Like,
system. So I don't have to have software or extra equipment. Feel lucky, punk. Here we go.
It reminds me of Let's Make a Deal when they have the wheel at the end.
Let's make a deal. We
Or
should play
that
their music.
$1,000 wheel.
Let's get to the dollar.
All right. Who's going to win? Oh, Eric
Yeah.
almost. Sabrina came close. Steve.
Oh,
Clarence, what? And
Debbie?
Debbie! All righty.
Congratulations, Debbie.
All right. Well, we're going to say goodbye to you now, Dr. Keith. Thank you so much. You were awesome,
Thank you, Dr.
awesome.
Keith. You were awesome. You
Thank
are.
you. She can reach out to me or you just email her address. I don't know how you want to do that, but
We'll
I'll
do
mail
that.
this to her. Okay.
Fantastic. I have your email. So
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right. Blessings.
Thank you.
All right,
Bye-bye.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you. So we're waiting for Debbie. We'll see if is this going to work. Let's go ahead and do this. We'll go ahead and give it a try. Is she coming on? Is she coming on? Debbie, we're inviting you in. You can decline if you'd like. You can just type over there that whether you want to do this or not. And but we're going to try to bring you in. You're from Illinois.
Illinois. Congratulations.
Yeah, we're
Debbie.
trying to bring her in.
That was
We can't
fun.
see her either, but we're trying to bring her in right now. Do you want to try the other direction? This is we're going to try one more time. And Debbie, where are you, Debbie's? Debbie, are you still there? Because right there in the middle. Yeah, from Illinois, and invite to stage. Okay, we're going to try this one more time. We're inviting you in. And hopefully you're still there. Nope, we're not. That's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. Anyway, so we'll get Debbie the information so that he can mail you the book. I think that's really cool. Did you
Yes,
guys
thank
enjoy
you.
him? I mean, isn't Dr. Keith amazing? And it's a
Yes.
little late over there. Thank you so much from Jacksonville, Florida. You know what? We're going to be pretty close to Jacksonville if we end up going in March, huh?
Yes.
So we'll
We
let
might
you know
be there.
heads up if we come there. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks so much for coming in. It was really fantastic.
Yes. Was everyone
And,
encouraged? I was encouraged.
That worked out great.
did
And
good.
Lexi, if you're in here, tell me what you think. Okay. What device? Oh, you're
Yes,
talking to her right now.
congratulations, Debbie.
Yeah, if you change your mind and
Debbie.
figure it out, Debbie, and want to come in, we'd like to come in and thank you. Just do a quick hello. But you know what we're going to do? Let's do a quick poll, and then I'm going to invite in our next guest. Sabrina is really awesome. We got to meet
Yes.
Sabrina. We were blessed to meet her in I started to say San Diego, but it was in LA,
Last year.
Los Angeles. That was last year.
Angeles.
That was
Last
like
March?
last year,
Last February
April
or March? It was
Actually, February.
or March.
I think it was
At the
February.
Perry Rally.
Yeah,
Rally.
it was called Summit, right?
Summit Live. And that was so much fun. And it was such
Yeah.
a treat to meet Sabrina. She is just first class.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
And she could probably spend hours on the subject that we're talking about planning and prepping
Yes.
and being positive. And she talks about it on her Periscope show regularly. And so this is a no-brainer for her. This is going to be really easy. And we're going to invite you in just a minute, but we're going to do this quick poll first. We're just setting it up right now. I say we, but Clarence is over there typing away, and we're going to get ready. Are we ready? Let's start a poll. So most popular New Year resolution.
I know what it's going to be.
Did you? So I actually looked. I Googled it because we all Google everything now
We Google.
to kind of see
I
what they
Google.
were. Do you?
Mhm.
And what do you guys think the most popular one is? These were all at the top of popularity, by the way. Every one of these were at the very top.
Be a better person and lose weight, I think.
Lose
Lose
88% said
usually.
lose weight.
But be a better person, that's good too.
You don't want to put find romance. Romance.
I have it.
Oh yeah,
I
you already
need to
have
find
romance.
it. I have
Okay,
it.
she already found it, so she's not voting on the romance, but you would vote be a better person.
I like to be a better person, but lose weight, that's usually number one.
You'd probably
That's
vote for
usually
me
that
to be a
you-
better person. Change
Yeah.
jobs. No, we're good. Start a business. No, I'm okay. Lose weight. Most definitely.
Okay,
So
dude.
90%. So lose weight and be a better
It's
person.
only 8%.
Oh my goodness. So 91%.
So we all want to lose weight. 91% want to lose weight, but now we should have a poll. How many?
Oh,
keep
come
their
on. All
resolutions?
skinny people, vote for something else. But
They
but you know
did
what?
to be
They
a better
did.
person.
It's most popular use. That's fun. All right, you can shut her down. We had 12 people
Yeah.
respond. That was fun. And
Yes,
that was
Dr.
cool.
Keith, we'll let you know when we're coming your way.
We'll give you a heads up. Definitely.
Yeah, that
Definitely
would
give
be
you a heads up.
awesome to see.
All right, so we're going to bring in Sabrina. We're going to click on you and you'll see an invite and it'll give you a chance to test your to
Congratulations,
connect your
Debbie.
microphone and your camera, and hopefully all will go well. But you're a professional, so I think this is going to work great.
Sabrina's from San Diego, California. Sunny San Diego.
Minus 5
Beautiful
here,
San Diego.
Sabrina.
Hi,
Okay, let's bring her in.
Sabrina. Oh, you're so
And
best
green
smile.
button.
Huge. Look at my big face here.
That's true. Compared to look
Right?
at my little face. Look at my
Look
little
at
face
this.
here.
I know. How's this? A little better.
That's
Right.
good. That's good. That's
Oh,
less intimidating.
nice.
good. We're doing
Yeah.
good.
Great.
Awesome.
Well, I did send. I don't know if I only did it recently, so you haven't had a chance to look through the book that we were just talking about.
Not yet.
Restart.
But
Yes,
from
but I
what
bet
you
you feel
said, yes.
Yeah.
From what you said earlier, I was like, yes, I love this book already. Goal setting is my favorite
It-
topic.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right.
We picked the perfect,
Perfect
guest to
guest.
come on here. This is
Yeah.
great. So really
Definitely.
quick, tell people where you're from and what it is you do on live stream.
Sure. So I live in beautiful, sunny San Diego, California, but I was born and raised in Italy. So hence the accent. People say it's a little bit, people say it's a lot. My son says it's a lot, but that's okay. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so I live in Southern California. And yes, we met at Summit Live. It was one of my best highlights of the entire conference because meeting you was fantastic. And I am an event planner specializing in weddings and nonprofits, but I'm also transitioning slowly to business coaching. And I already have clients from the wedding industry, creative entrepreneurs, which is fantastic. I really love it. And I'm specializing in life-work balance, where life comes first, then work can get done. So very passionate about this.
Wow,
That's
that is so
good.
cool. That is so cool. I was just remembering when we met, it was so cool meeting you. And one day we came down into the lobby getting ready for, I guess, some workshops and whatnot. And you and I were wearing the same outfit. Do you remember that?
That's true. Yes. Yes.
What are the
green
chances of
shirt,
that?
Color. Same kind
That
of
was we were meant to be, right?
Yeah, it was hilarious. We have a picture somewhere of it. So I
Yeah.
don't remember.
I was like,
But like some green khakis, kind of a outdoor safari look you had
Yes,
going on. And that's what I was.
khaki
That was funny.
shirt.
Yeah.
Well, we had fun, and you were helping with organizing the event as well at that. And so organization is something that probably, I'd say administration probably comes kind of natural to you.
yes.
So if you were telling people, we're talking about 2008,
2018.
2018,
Yes.
2018. We're talking
Mhm.
about this new year, and we're talking about setting goals and, all those things that we know that we're supposed to do. But a lot of times we make it too hard. A lot of times it's like scary. So people just stay to their own routine. They don't make any changes.
Or seems overwhelming.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
whether it's starting that new business or doing that new thing or that self-improvement or just whatever it is, that thing that you're trying to do for you or your family. What kind of like easy steps you found that are like kind of like the bread and butter that make the goals happen?
Yeah, absolutely. And I totally agree with you guys, because fear and procrastination are usually the biggest enemies for goal setting. And that's why clients come to me and they're like, please help me. I don't know what to do here. Something's wrong with my business or something's wrong with my life. And once I start working with them, I realize that they have either fear of starting new things and moving in a different direction, or they're just postponing. Tomorrow, I don't have the time. I don't have the opportunities, and so they always find these excuses to stop their goals and just dwell in what they have, same old story, and they don't make any changes. Wow. What I always teach them, I don't know if teach is the right word, but what I love to guide them through is with creativity. So by becoming creative, and being less stressed about what you're experiencing right now, it can open your mind to a lot of new opportunities. And you can start being very creative. And creativity brings new ideas, not necessarily innovation, but brings a lot of new ideas.
Yeah.
And then you can think clearly. You can have a clear strategy, and you can move forward. And it becomes easy. And what I always tell them is enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
People make it so hard on goal setting, and they're like, oh my goodness, I didn't accomplish this in 3 months. What am I going to do? That's okay. You can experience failure, but failure is a learning experience. So just enjoy it. Take it easy.
Is that where a lot of the fear is? Fear of failure, you think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kind of fear.
Exactly. And sometimes they don't admit it. They try to hide it. And they don't want to acknowledge that. And they're like, well, yeah, but that was my sister's fault or my friend's fault or my colleague's fault, because this no, it was you. It was only you who didn't take action. That's easy. But that's okay. Don't kill yourself for that.
I read some points a few minutes ago in chapter 4, but chapter 5 of this book that I'm giving away today, chapter 5 is called Developing Your Filter. How many clients or people that maybe they're not business owners, but maybe they're people who they're going to you for help, self-improvement, whatever it is, but whether it's accomplishing something, how many of them you would say their roadblock, if you will, is relationships?
A lot of them. And some of them are not in a relationship. And they get frustrated because they are not in a relationship, because they are not having any goals. And so it's like a cycle. And it's awful. It's very hard to unlock their block, unlock their block. I don't know if that's the right thing to say.
We just made sense.
Right? Unlock the block.
Actually, Dr. Scott was just making a comment. That is so true. I really believe that relationships, we see it a lot. We probably see it more so with young people, but I think it's just as bad with us older folks. A lot of times we allow so much influence from friends and family that that aren't really qualified to be that influence. Does that make sense?
That's true. And sometimes they give you
shouldn't have strong input on your goals.
Right. Friends and family. Family, yes, maybe they're not, how can I say, they're not familiar with the situation, so maybe they can give wrong advice. Friends sometimes are jealous. And so they don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to accomplish certain goals. They don't want you to reach higher goals. And so sometimes you have to just follow your inner voice and do what you feel is best.
Yeah. All right. We did a poll at the beginning asking people if they set New Year's resolutions. Do you ever do that, or have you in the past?
I do. And I stick to them.
Okay.
I'm very diligent, but it's not weight loss.
It's not weight loss.
Yeah, no, I mean, I always love to set goals for my personal life or my professional life, because I think it's necessary. You have to have a destination in mind, otherwise you're lost.
Yep.
And I do that for my clients all the time, and I do that for myself. I think it's good discipline. When you teach yourself to have goals, you live a better life. It's more structured.
Let's do a commercial break right now.
Yes.
Let you be the commercial.
Okay.
Tell everybody you're going to be the commercial, and tell people the kind of things you offer and how they can get a hold of you.
Yeah, sure. So if you get stuck in your life, whether it's personal life or professional life, you have to come to me. No, but I have great programs about life-work balance. So for me, life comes first, meaning you are the most important thing in the equation. So when you take care of yourself before taking care of others, you can achieve better goals, and you can serve better your clients, your family, your friends. It doesn't have to be only business. A lot of people focus on business and they completely ignore themselves as individuals. I put you as at the center of the attention. So once you are in balance, body and mind connection, oh my goodness, a lot of things open doors to you. And so I focus on nutrition, on sleep, on exercise.
Oh, wow.
Taking time for yourself, reward yourself.
Yeah, I might have to hire you.
I like that. Reward.
Let's do it, right? I mean, rewarding. We are always say we are, yes. Yes. You know, we are human beings, not human doings.
Yeah.
So we need to find the time for us.
Now, you're also an expert wedding planner. What is that all about?
It's all about a lot of beautiful things, a lot of the emotional aspect, which I love more than the general event planning, because, you know, you have family dynamics, you have brides and grooms getting married, which I love. It's a lot of, it's beautiful because I get to be part of their special day. Such a special moment, such a momentous occasion for the entire family. And they become part of my family, basically. So that's what I really, really enjoy.
Yeah. So if somebody's in California and wants to get married,
they come to me, right?
How do they contact you? Because I know if we were doing a wedding or a part of a wedding, we would promote you to do it. Because we've met you. We know that you're completely professional, capable, and just it would be worth just paying you for your smile.
Yeah.
Because around wedding planning, smiles are hard to find.
It is. Being calm and smiling, because you need to lower the stress when a wedding happens.
Yeah. Everybody has a wedding story, huh?
Oh my goodness, I do. a lot of them.
I'm at the other end. I officiate weddings, so I've been the one performing weddings, and sometimes you have to do like inter-family counseling before the wedding happens.
Fun, huh?
Oh yeah, it's a hoot. But weddings are a great thing to be a part of. Yeah. So how do they get a hold of you for that?
So I have two different websites. The easiest one would be my full name, sabrinacadini.com. That's the business coaching, and it has a link to the event and wedding planning website. Otherwise, the event and wedding planning website is ready because it's a little difficult, ladolceidea.us, and it's an Italian name. So it's spelled LADOLCEIDEA.us.
La Dolce.
You know, I've always wanted to ask you.
Like the sweet idea.
Oh,
that is awesome. Have you ever done like a live stream, like a Periscope? You're on Periscope. If people haven't followed you, they need to follow. You need to follow Sabrina on Periscope. She's amazing. She'll encourage you. Just I don't care what she's going to be talking about. Potato chips. You'll be encouraged. And so, but you want to watch her. Have you ever done a show in Italian?
No. Maybe I should do that. Right?
Yeah, do an Italian like title.
I should do that.
I would share it. I wouldn't even know. I would be a hoot.
Like
So give us an expression like how you'd be greeting us on your show if you did it in Italian.
So I would say, buongiorno, ben arrivati, mi fa tantissimo piacere avervi qui, quindi seguitemi, vi porterò in giro per vedere questi beautiful, I don't know, questi bellissimi posti, I don't know, something like that. I would probably walk and talk and chat with the people.
You talk a lot with your hands.
Right? Not in the north of Italy where I'm from, but in the south, yes, they're always like,
Oh,
Here and
really?
there, right? Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
Us Hispanics do that.
it's true.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah.
She does it on the phone. She's on the phone with
I
somebody
know.
and she's going,
Like,
Like,
and I'm going, honey, they
"Venus,
can't
go
see your hand
here."
signal.
yeah.
Well, you know,
And I
that was,
love video more.
I'm looking forward to your Italian Periscope.
Thank you for the idea. And I love this platform. I just used it today. So thank you for introducing me.
Isn't it
Yeah.
fun bringing up the
Really,
spinning
Really
wheel,
great.
the polls?
Love it.
You also can bring up sponsorships. And
Yes.
giveaways, and there, it just has a lot of, something you might want to consider.
Definitely, definitely. And it's funny because I don't know his name, Nature Scoper. He was saying I was using my mouse to leave hearts. So that's why I asked, are you on Periscope?
Oh, I know.
That's how we know.
Yeah.
That happens, right?
You'll see
Scoper family.
off to the right of the screen where people are typing in things. You'll see if there'll be a tag there if they're a host of a show, and there'll be a number next to their name. The number says how many shows that they've been a part of.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Keith has a number 1 because this is his first show. Same with you.
Okay.
And you'll see there that
Awesome.
a few people have a 3 or a 2, or a few might have a 5 that have been here. Maria has a 5.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. How many
Fun.
times have you been here?
Great to have
Nice.
you. This is so cool.
Wonderful.
Isn't that fun?
So good to see you.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Thank you so much for your encouragement.
Yes.
And be sure and share this platform out. I appreciate it. And also, people, here's what's cool at the bottom there. Do you see the blue button, Sabrina, that says ask a question? You can set that for whatever price you want. I have mine on the lower end. It's set for $2. So if somebody had a question for you and they didn't want it to get lost in the feed, they would ask it and it would pop up at the top of the screen so that we could address it. And they pay $2 for their question. And so I call that the no troll zone because trolls don't spend money.
True.
And now the support button, you can call that whatever you want. Some people call it the tip button. We call it support button. So if somebody wants to support us in any way, give us a tip financially, they can click that. And it's also going to pop up on the screen that they did so we can thank them and acknowledge them. But
Remember,
it's a
I
great
like
way.
rewards.
Yes. So for those of you that are thinking about giving right now, you can give to Mama Bear right now, and you just hit the support button, and that's how it works. But it's a lot of fun. So it's already got the monetization built into the format, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Which is really
Love
cool.
it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I have a question.
Yes.
So what's a way that you can encourage people to stay on their goals? Because like we're talking, many people make resolutions and within the first week sometimes or the first month or two, it's out the door. What's another way that you can encourage them to keep going?
I think I hear myself, it's like, whoa, another Sabrina is talking. It's so weird. I think that the word resolution, for instance, tends to be not a serious goal. So people think about resolutions at the first week of the year or maybe last week of the year. They're like, okay, I have a New Year's resolution. I have to stick with it. And then the first week after New Year's, it's already gone. I think goal makes it more serious. So you want to stick to that. So using the right word makes a huge difference. It doesn't have to be goals. It can be a word of the year. A lot of people do that. You could just find a word that inspires you, that brings you a lot of motivation.
Like a theme.
Exactly, a theme, and just stick to that. If you don't want to be too strict with yourself. And then another thing is, and I'm sure you heard about that, just break down your goals into smaller actionable steps. Because sometimes when you see the bigger goals, it scares you and it blocks you. Again, we're back to the unlock the block, right? So you're a little afraid to start a journey through that goal. But if you break it down in smaller actionable steps, so that makes it easier and you're more relaxed and you're more motivated to achieve the final goal.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like that. A journey.
That is so cool. You know what? You are going to love this book when you get into it. I just know.
I can't wait.
I bet you start reading it tonight. That's my prediction.
I think I will.
On chapter 5, I have things in there like this. I've got this really cool little target graph. And what that is it puts your relationships into perspective, meaning like, where are these relationships? Are they helping my goals? Are they hindering my goals? Is their influence moving me forward? Or do I need to move them to the outer ring? Or do I need to move them into my closer inner circle? If that makes sense. Somebody like Sabrina, you would want in on your inner circle to help you reach your goals. And then people who are like kind of naysayers, negative, those are the people that, you know, you love them, but you're going to have to move them to an outer circle or you're not going to reach your goal. And there's a log that I put in here. It's called Habits and Hobbies Week Log. So it's like your hobbies and habits. I don't know if you can see that on my iPad, but you can click on it. It's an ebook. So you click on it and it'll actually take you to the free PDF. So you can actually download this and print it or put it on your computer. And it actually will have things in there that, you know, kind of you can put down in there. What are my habits? How much time do I spend a week on this habit? What is it I need to change? What has been my action? What was the date of action? So it walks you through it so you can't do the P word that you said earlier, procrastinate. We call it the nasty P word, procrastinate, right?
You're so right.
Well, this has been so cool having you on here.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Really, thank you. So I was so excited when she said yes. And I wanted to surprise Yolanda because I knew
love
she
you,
would.
Sabrina. We think
We love you too. Yes.
We even like saying your name. I don't know why. Sabrina. I just want to say it with an accent. Sabrina.
Sabrina.
Cadini.
I love
So
it.
cool.
It's fantastic. And I love technology because it brings us closer. It's like here, see, we're like in the same living room chatting with all of your viewers.
I know.
It's awesome. Love it.
I know. I'm watching the comments too, and it's just so neat that they're talking about each other and they know each other.
And my
I know.
Sandy, sister bear,
Sandy.
she just joined. I don't know if my mom's on here. She may have come in. Grandma Bear. We got the Bear family going.
That is so cool.
Well, thank you so much.
Wonderful.
We're going to
Thank
let you go.
Sabrina.
And thank you for
You're
staying
awesome.
up and doing this with us and setting the time aside.
Yes,
This is a
absolutely.
weekly show. So we plan to do this except for when we're out and away from Wi-Fi. But we're going to do this show once a week, sometimes more. And then we're going to start doing our membership only shows where we're going to be showing insider information. Literally, we're going to be showing off the editing that's happening right now. That's right here in this room. We're editing our new show called Alaska Missionaries. And so that information we're going to give to our members only. It's going to be pretty exciting.
Beautiful.
So a lot of new things happening.
Good job.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been really cool.
We're exciting.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much. We love you. And that was
Thank
amazing
you,
input.
Sabrina.
I
I'll
appreciate
see you
it
soon.
so much. Okay, blessings.
Bye.
Oh, man.
That's what you say.
Thank you.
Ciao.
Yes, ciao. You know, we could literally talk to our guests for hours.
This is so fun. Thank
My
you for having me
goodness.
too.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is
Isn't this
just
fun?
seeing,
Isn't this fun?
meeting everyone, seeing the
Yeah.
guests. I love just watching the comments too.
Oh, it's way cool. And next
Watching
week,
you all talk
we're going to
to
do a
each
show
other.
on travel and the guests that we have coming on from different parts of the country, different parts of the world, actually. It's going to be amazing. The stories they have of traveling nationally, it's going to be way cool. Sabrina, you're a hoot. That was so much fun. You're a
thank
blessing.
you, Sabrina.
And the input that you had was so right on for this show.
Yeah.
And Dr. Keith, amazing stuff. Both of you we could interview for
very
hours.
amazing. I know.
And we're trying to keep the show to about an hour. So we're going to go ahead and throw up. Do we have any more polls or are we going to do a giveaway? What do we have
Goes
left
by
to do?
fast.
We have one more poll.
Let's do a poll.
You're welcome.
Yeah, this will be an
Sabrina.
easy poll. And it's a yes or no poll. So it's going to be really easy. Not a problem. We're going to do this quick poll. And then we're probably going to do a giveaway. We're going to
Yes.
spin the wheel one more time.
Yay.
And then we're going to play our closing video and
And
say
then,
goodbye to you guys.
oh.
What, you got something else you
You're
want to
supposed
do?
to share the fun video.
You want me to share the
I
fun
wanted
video?
him to share. I'm one of
I
your
don't know
guests.
when-
I want him to share. You were supposed to get it ready.
I can't. He's got the controls. It's on the computer somewhere. I don't know where it would be. Do you know where that family would be? Somewhere. I don't know where I dumped it in the videos.
For For Christmas,
have to go
we
to
made
find
a
her.
video, and it's to Feliz Navidad. I love that.
She wants. Yeah,
and
let's
we
go
put
ahead
it
and do
on
it.
Facebook, and we got a lot of views, and it's just funny. It's fun.
All right, guys,
Make your
answer
day.
take the poll. Are you optimistic about 2018? We've got so far 100% yeses. That's 8 people.
Yes.
This is awesome. Yeah, it should be in videos because I think at
I'm
movies maybe.
optimistic.
It's slow though. Yeah, it'll say fast. I'm sorry.
So
Yeah, that
9
one.
votes and 100% say yes.
Oh, that's
and you
cool.
mentioned that 8 is a new beginning, or 18 is a new beginning, right?
Yeah, 18. Yeah,
So
18 actually means life. So
numbers
it's really
are
cool.
very symbolic, and number 18 means life, and 8's new beginnings. And so if you're having a rough year already, it is so important to focus on the hope that things are going to get
That's
better.
right.
And I would
That's right.
I mean, if I'm having a bad day, I just speak out, this is a new beginning. This is a new year.
Absolutely.
It's a life, and good things are going to happen.
Yep.
Because what
Yep.
you speak does come into existence.
Yes. Welcome 2018. I
power.
like that. All right. For you, babe, we're going to play this
Thank
video
you
now. So
for
we're going to
me.
close out the poll, and we're going to
So
play
I think 12 people voted
a video.
100% yes. Good.
100% yes.
We're going to have a
And
great
we're
year.
going to
Exciting
play
year.
this video just for you.
Thank you.
Come on, dance it.
You don't really don't sound like that. That was funny. Okay, I'll watch it.
You like the part where I'm eating the tortilla? You like that part? Huh?
I love that part. I think that's a hoot.
So we got family members who have watched that on Facebook, and some people told me
Love
that
it.
they've seen it 10 times already.
Joyful,
They just
yes.
keep watching it over and over and over. So if you like Christmas, you like family, you like crazy people,
fun.
and you like Mexicans, I think then which we like all of those. So there you are.
Yeah, you're the only white boy in the family.
I'm the minority in the
He's
family.
the minority.
I'm the Papa Bear right there. Okay. All right. All right. So guys, let's do this last drawing. It's a drawing. And I'm going to give away, I did this last week, but I'm going to do it again because I'm having fun. I'm going to give away the platform building series. I'm giving away the whole thing.
Okay.
So
Which
it's
is
got a
the ebook
massive $15 value.
series.
All right. So these are 3 books. Then I didn't bring any photos up for that. But you know what? Go ahead and bring up. Well, wait a minute. We'll wait. We'll bring up the other book.
And
next.
they're
We'll bring
easy
up this book
reads.
next.
Easy read is what I call. They're
Yeah.
short books, and they're very interesting, and they just
The
kind of get glued, and it's,
you actually
you
read
can
them.
read
I
it
like
fast.
that. I like. And so the first book is, hi.
Hi.
Okay, I'm so branded that it left a mark. It's
I'm so
about
branded.
branding, social media
read
branding.
that.
The second book is Max Your Brand. Goes into details like a chapter called Troll Control. You're gonna love it. And the third book is about public speaking 101. It's a book
That one is
for people who
really
want pointers
good.
or they want to kill the fear of stage fright. And that is what that book's all about. So it's a series of 3 books, the platform building series. I'm going to give those away to one of these 5 people, unless we get more than 5 people coming in. See, we got 5 people who have entered.
All right.
So let's get some more. Another 5, 6 people have entered, and we got 6 people. Do we have
Don't you love
7?
to win
Do we have
stuff?
7 people?
I
We
love
got
to
7.
win stuff.
We
I
got
don't
6
always
people
win
coming
stuff,
around
but
now.
I love it.
We got 6 people. Come on. We
The
got
hope
6
of
people.
winning.
Do we have 7? Come on, we can should be able to get.
777.
You know, and if you've already won this or you've already received these books from another platform that I've been doing giveaways, we'll find another gift for you. But this is what I'm giving away today. Okay.
Aw,
Or you can
see?
pass it on to
That
somebody else.
encourage someone to enter.
Did it? Oh
I
yeah.
think so.
Yeah. We'll
So if
get you
you
something
already have the
different.
series,
Yeah,
Papa
and
Bear
you
will
win
send you
this.
something
We'll get
different.
something out in your hands, or you could pass this on to somebody that you'd like by simply giving us
Yeah,
their
a
email,
nice
and
little
we'll
gift
bless
to them.
somebody else. It could be a gift from you. That would be great.
Yeah.
You need that book. Fantastic. Well, maybe you'll win. Here
The
we go.
public speaking one is just
7,
excellent.
6, 5, 4,
4,
3, 2,
1.
1. Let's spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
Let's spin the wheel. If you're interested in a hoodie, you can get this Papa Bear Alaska hoodie from PapaBearAlaska.com.
Like the price is right.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get some.
Sound
Is that how it goes? Da, da, da. That sounds like a really slow machine gun. Price is right. Da, da, da. Oh, that
yeah,
sound? Yeah, I don't know where you get the da, 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 da.
that's what it sounds like to me.
Are you
Mr.
serious?
Mike again.
Mr. Mike, I think you won last week. So I'm going to
So
give
you'll
you
get
the
something
option.
else.
I'm going to give the option to come on right now. I'm also going to give the option to do what you want with the gift. You can either get it, replace it for, I'll get you something else, or you can pass it on to somebody. We're trying to bring you up right now. It's looking at your video to see if it's making sure that you don't have anything in the video backdrop that we wouldn't want to see, like cats or something. I'm just kidding. It doesn't actually do that. We're just testing it here. Are we going to do it?
Well, he says he needs that book, so that's good.
Well, good.
That public speaking book is so good.
Yeah, this is
Need
great.
to read it again, huh?
Is it not working? It's not working.
It's not working.
All right, let's okay, go ahead and hit the gray button. Let's bring up this picture right here so I can talk about that. Mr. Mike, we're having trouble bringing you in. Let us know if you want us to try again. And we're going to bring up a cover right now. Okay, so this is a cover. So PapaBearAlaska.com will get you to all my ebooks. Will get you to anything that I have there. But you can also get it on Kindle, on ebooks. The ebook on Kindle. You can get my ebooks as well on iBooks. That sounds really hard to say. Ebooks on iBooks. That's a lot of E's and I's.
Say that 5 times. Ebooks.
All right.
iBooks.
So we just showed it. Did it not work? We're trying it again. We're trying it again. Here we go. Are you guys seeing this okay? This is the cover of my new book. You'll see this on iBooks. You'll see it on Kindle. And you can also find this for only $1.99, you guys. Download. That's stinking cheap. The book that I've been talking about right now.
Less
You can
than
there's
Starbucks.
and you'll find that it's way less. It's like the half the price of a coffee. It used
Yeah.
I remember when coffee was 50 cents. I actually remember when it was a
50
quarter.
cents.
I actually remember when coffee was a quarter.
You do?
Yeah, coffee was a quarter. Like when I was a kid.
When
Yeah.
you were a
And then it was
baby.
50 cents forever. And then when it hit like $1, people complained. And then when it went to $2, there was people that quit
And
drinking
now
coffee.
people are paying $5 anyway.
I've seen people pay like $6.95 for their. It's got 18 different things in it. All right, Mr. Mike, I have your email, so I will send you the downloads of those 3 books. You will be getting those. I'll send them out tonight.
Yeah, congratulations, Mr. Mike.
Yes, the book is all the books are Kindle compatible. You bet. You can read them on Kindle. You can read them on your iPad. They sure are. And so not a problem. So this new start, predicting your 2018, I really believe that when you read this, you're going to be encouraged. I certainly don't think you'll be discouraged. I think you're going to be encouraged to the point where you'll be handing it around to people or pass around saying, hey, read this book or buy this book. I certainly hope other people would
It'll
buy
be
the book.
encouraging.
That's right. And so it's early on. It's only been out for a week. So we've been doing a lot of giveaways. And everybody, the reason we have this popped up, every one of you that are in here, all you have to do is go to PapaBearAlaska.com and sign up. Put your email in there for my email list, and then you're going to get this book. I'm going to send that out. Okay, that way I send the book out. I send it out one time to all of you, and you're all going to get the book. Okay, isn't that great? You're going to love it. I promise you. You're going to love it.
Great year this year, you guys. Look up and look ahead.
It is. It really is. Okay, so real quick, this is going to be really fascinating. Chapter 7 is called Releasing Life in 18, talking about the number 18 of 2018. The number 18 symbolizes the end of testing and of new beginnings. So the number 18 literally means the end of a time of testing and coming into new beginnings. Isn't that really awesome? So guys, we're in a year of new beginnings.
Yes.
And you want to step into these new beginnings, be encouraged, and have not just the spiritual backing, but also have some practice that will really help you. Sometimes we talk about spiritual application, but we don't talk about how to grab the pen, the pen and pad and write it down. So there's details on the success of this thing.
Yeah. So if you feel like you've just come out of a desert, you come out of a hard time and a time of testing. I know I have. Look forward. And one thing that we do, or I do, is declare, things are going to get better. There is a new beginning. And I just declare that life, because it is life instead of death. Oh, is it always? It's always going to be like this. Everything always happens. Well,
Wow.
You're speaking that negative life over yourself. Because words have power. And so
I believe it, Ashley. You've had a rough month. I'd say we had a rough last year. In fact, this really speaks to coming out of a rough decade. For those of you that would say, man, I went through a tough decade. This is a brand new season, 2018. And it's not too late to jump on and start moving towards success. And I believe this book is going to be a key component to helping you get there. So be sure and support this work by ordering the book. You'll be encouraged.
Yes.
New Start, you can get it on Kindle as an ebook. You can get it on as an ebook on iBooks for those of you that use an iPad like I do. And you can also download it from my website. That's PapaBearAlaska.com. But I appreciate you guys being on there. And so we just did our last giveaway, right? And we are wrapping this up. It's 6 minutes after 5. We went a little bit long, but we want to say thank you guys so much. It's been so much fun.
Thank you.
And guys, be sure and hit the follow button so that you see what's happening. Right now, we got 66 followers. If you're watching right now, or you happen to be watching a previous episode, be sure and hit the blue button. That way you get a notice. Blue button costs you nothing. Hit the join button. I really challenge you to hit the join button. It's $5 a month. What is $5 a month? It ain't nothing, right? $5 a month, but it's going to help us stay on this platform. $5 a month. And what you're going to get is private shows, insider shows. We're going to show you behind the scenes stuff that nobody else gets to join. They don't get to look at it. They don't get to hear it. All they see is that they're missing a private show. Thank you, Ashley, for joining. I appreciate it. So jump in, become a member, and we're going to have a lot of fun real soon. You'll get a heads up. You'll know that there's be a notification. And when we do a private show, you'll be like the only people in there. So people from the outside won't be able to join that. They'll only be able to watch previous episode. So live, you're going to be, it's going to inside information from, the outside doesn't get the inside information, something like that.
Begin that show, Insider.
All right, you guys are awesome. God bless you. Thanks so much for hanging out.
Thank you for hanging
on
out
Gravy.Live. And I do
again for our guests.
And I want to say thank you to Lexi.
Great.
I don't know if she's still in here, but Lexi's the one
Thank you, Lexi.
keeps this show working and making sure it doesn't die on us.
You do a great job,
and
Lexi.
Appreciate all of you guys. Thanks to our guests. Thank you, Dr.
we
Keith.
appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Ashley
And-
joined.
and
Thank
thank
you,
you,
Ashley.
Sabrina.
Good night, Misty.
And
God
thank
bless
you-
too.
thank you,
I
Eric,
know
Nature
Misty just
Scoper.
lost her mom.
And guys,
And
be
Ashley.
sure and good, even though we're ending, go ahead and share this out so people can watch it,
In the
as we say in
circle.
Periscope, the replay. And here it's called the previous episode
It's an inner circle
of the
yes.
Papa Bear Alaska show. Remember,
Thank
next week
you.
is about travel.
Thanks, Eric.
guys.
Thanks for joining us again.
Who do I have on the travel show so
Bye,
I can tell them real
Maria.
quick? Let me think here,
Mr.
see if I
Mike.
have it. Who do I have? Do I have a
Mike
list?
C. Thanks
Oh,
for joining.
I don't have that list in front of me.
This was fun. Thanks
Okay,
for having
I've got
me.
some great guests. They're from all over next week. It's going to be awesome, guys. We'll probably tweet it out. Thanks a lot for joining us.
Do you know a couple? What
Right
you
now,
said?
I'm pulling a mind blank.
You know what? I
Go to
know
my main
one.
list, and I have a theme page. You can close this one out. I have a theme page on not there. The main list, the one that I had up here.
It's coming.
It's coming. We're looking.
Coming.
We're looking for it on the computer real quick because I want to do a quick promo and tell people. But thanks so much for coming on. And it's right there. Thank you. Okay, so our 6th show, which is next 6th, not sick.
Not
Sixth.
sixth. The sixth.
This is our 5th show.
Not the
Number
sixth.
6 will be on February 1. And I'm still confirming our co-host, but hopefully she'll make it. She's a huge YouTuber. And our guest is going to be Steph Taylor. She's pretty amazing world traveler. Greg Lopez from Hawaii.
Greg Lopez.
We have Rock Paper Gucci from Australia, and Yo Pickles, who's also in Australia right now.
Rock Paper
It's-
Gucci.
yeah,
Yo
it's gonna be
Pickles.
awesome.
These people
Yeah,
are
some great
awesome.
people.
Yes.
And many of you know who they are. So God bless you guys. Thanks for watching. We're going to call it quits now. Thanks for watching the Papa Bear Alaska show. We'll see you next time.
And just a shout out to our behind the scenes
Yeah, Big C.
cameraman, producer. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever you call yourself, you're making it happen.
Cameraman, electronic-
Hands free. I don't have to type. I can look at you guys and keep it going. Bless you guys.
God bless you guys.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.